Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be playing Victoria 3 as the Oh, wait. We're not playing as the US. We're playing as the Indian Territory. And so last episode we passed a whole bunch of laws. We talked about kind of the start and how we are making the run work, where we're just building tall in one area. We have multiple edicts down in our home territory. Our home territory, get it? Where we have 4 edicts right now. The first one we're going to chop down is probably social mobility, but for now we'll keep it. And we made a huge mistake last time. I thought we passed open borders. Because I've done this practice run a whole bunch. This is probably the most important law to pass because it allows you to get siphon off population from the United States, which is one of the reasons why our standard of living has gotten so high without just attracting more migrants, and why our population line looks surprisingly flat and up. Yeah, we're passing that now, so a little bit awkward. This is kind of what happens a little bit sometimes when you play on speed 5. You know, you make mistakes. This is kind of something that happens, but once we pass that, our population should shoot up, this should shoot down, and so in anticipation of that, we actually do really want to make sure our police institution is pretty high, because we are going to get pretty sharp radical decreases. So why don't we also build a government administration? And we are going to go, yeah, perfect, secular. We're going to crank that up. Or actually, we only will need it, well, no, we want to get, actually, it's going to be too late to the party. Oh, well, we're going to need it anyways, I think, actually. Looks like. Because right now we have middle managers. I think we pissed off, or we just lost middle managers. Yeah, so petite bourgeoisie does not like it that we're trying to pass this. They were giving us 20% bureaucracy. They no longer are, and now they're big mad with us. We get central archives, which is nice. It's going to give us a little bit of control over our ability to get more bureaucracy. Backroom dealings exposed. We can take the bureaucracy hit, I think. Yeah, because we basically have close to 0. 5% is, but we can just barely take it. And we are moving this up pretty quick, so why don't we move this to the top of the queue? Oh wait, the construction center should be at the top. Herpa derpa. We'll put it on iron frame. And oh no! We're not running any of the trade routes ourselves because we're letting the United States handle them all. And yeah, clothes so efficient. Just a huge part of... So mechanized workshops is just such a strong tech because it makes your clothing industry so efficient relative to the rest of the world when you unlock it really early. And so it's very, very tempting to rush this in a lot of plays. It's very strong. Unless you're like there aren't society techs that like really make you feel like you're popping off, except for like Quinine and like Civilizing Mission is kind of my understanding. Actually, wait, egalitarianism is great because you get to turn on multiculturalism once you already have no migration controls, of course, which you should pass, and we didn't pass last episode because we just went full dum-dum mode. We are just going to take whatever gives the most enactment chance. This is what we really just want to pass this as quickly as possible. It's a huge mistake for us not to have it. We feel really dumb. Let's turn this on. Like, I feel real dumb. Here's how you start out as the... Here's how you start out as the Indian Territory. You completely forget the most important thing about attracting migrants. That sounds right. We're going to finish this pretty quick here. We are running a deficit. I think we're going to build out of the deficit, especially on the back of the fact that this should shoot up once we get the migration controls. Although I'm very curious what exactly our chart looks like once we enact no migration controls. To see that go up, that'll be interesting. And we have another US-Mexico fight. Gladly, or I'm very happy that Mexico's getting clapped, because we have done this run before where Mexico wins the war because they get help from Russia, and then they just annexed us, and we were like, oh, okay. We were doing so well, too. It was super hot. Yeah, this is going to come down. It's going to come crashing down. Although we now have extra bureaucracy, so we're going to up this. We're going to up these levels here. because we are going to... The standard of living is going to drop pretty precariously when we just let a whole bunch of people into our country. Because, of course, they compete for labor now, and it's less competitive when there's more. Yeah, I know. Tell me something I don't know. Oop. We actually need a railroad next. Oh, we have a railroad in there. Okay. That's fine. Big brain hour. We already predicted the fact that we'll need the railroad. But, very satisfying to see that. I'm surprised we haven't got the Industrialist event for a free university. I was very tempted to build a university, but didn't want to do it. I think we'll just put that in the liner. No migration controls. Alright, so we have 168k. Well, let's just watch this just shoot up, hopefully. They should be pretty happy with this because we just passed a law they like, so we're going to strong arm. And we, of course, will take a look at some techs. I think I kind of like, well, dialectics is not spreading. I was going to say I do like dialectics. Modern sewage would be a nice one. Well, actually, I don't even, we're not even that well populated. We're just going to go steal railway cars into electrical generation. I think this will be good. And yeah, look at this. The line goes vertical as soon as we swap to migration. Yeah, baby. It's like straight up. Look at that. I think we were at 168 thousand, or was it 180 something thousand? Look, straight up. Straight up. We didn't conquer anything. Just like straight vertical, bro. Beautiful. Beautiful. Of course it's gonna tank our standard of living, right? Because now there's less demand for jobs. Or sorry, there's more demand for... There's less demand for labor, more demand for jobs. Yeah. Look at that, straight vertical. We might even double our pop inside like 20 minutes or something. Max education investment. We, of course, will try and click that button before... Oh, nope. Alright, let's pause and switch over to standardized filing system so we can increase the education institution. Law enforcement's also increasing. Foreign interests. I think that suggestion... I mean, we could just boot him out of government, I guess, right? Yeah. Okay. I mean, that creates some radicals, but it's whatever. So we'll decrease the institution to get approval rating, and we'll just re-increase it. Oh, it's already going up to the level we want. We have to at some point get the trade unionists in the government. The problem is they're not that consistent with the industrialists in terms of what they want. We can do this though. Okay. And then the whole point of this is we go proportional taxation, which generates generally more money. Alright, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We will then maybe up tools. And, oh, look at that line. It's like straight up. It's straight vertical. Somebody get me a towel. I'm gonna make a mess. Yeah, we will have, like, doubled pops in, like, 20 minutes or something. Yeah, this is the biznatch. We will credit the trade unionist. We have to try and make them happy. We're making them happy right now, which is giving us the bonus. By trying to pass this per capita taxation business. Or sorry, proportional taxation, I think is the one we're on. Yeah, we're trying to pass proportional. Wonder why the petite bourgeoisie is doing so well. Do we have a lot of petite bourgeoisie in the capitals? No. Oh, I forgot we unlocked rotary valve engine. Come on, bro. Labor-saving PMs are going to be super fire in general, although we're getting a ton of migration, so I guess that's turning them down a little bit, but... we're still going to do this, even though it makes this building less money, or at least the furniture manufacturers, it overall decreases the price of labor in our market, which makes our other buildings more profitable. Acquiesce, the bill must pass. And now we're making money with that extra construction center. Fantastic. So we now have a permanent construction center, I think. Although now we have the awkward situation where we're going to want to build another. Because we're gaining money. I don't think... No, wait. Our investment pool is draining. So this is not necessarily sustainable. So we will just keep it on where we got it right now. Law enforcement goes up, and I saw our infrastructure come up. Do we have... No, we don't have any turmoil. Interesting. Just gonna keep doing the textile mills, try and specialize. When we specialize, we get more throughput bonus, so this is good. Shortage in the market of dyes, though. Don't like that, and there's a really big reason why we don't like that. We don't get to set the trade routes ourselves. We can trade with, like, countries, I think, that are adjacent to our area. I think that we just take the tax cut and we just eat it. And this is not too bad. This law is really important to pass. Steam Donkey's nice. And looks like America's thick. We will switch over to the steel rail passenger cars. And we will switch over to the steam donkeys as well. Steam everything. Just gonna click electrical generation, but then have a look around. I'm not sure this is the tech to go. Do like the... well, so we would get electric sawmills and electric streetlights, and that's kind of it. It's going to be really hard to outcompete also because the United States has New York. So in terms of us producing electricity for the market, they have this New York state, which has a 20% throughput bonus on electricity. And so our electricity place will never outcompete New York. Or it'll be tough. Another tax? Does this cut it again? It does cut it again. Okay, that was just a test to see if it cuts it again. We don't really want this, but we're gonna have it, I suppose. A little bit sadness, but look at our pop. Look at this. Straight up. It's straight up. Our pop has like tripled since we turned that on. Huge. Huge. Profitable. And now, of course, radicalism has gone up by a little bit, but... oh, you know what? The migrants have increased standard of living. 2/3 of our pop have increased their standard of living a ton since coming here. So I guess we didn't have to worry as much about getting home affairs and this cranked up, but it's pretty cheap for us to have it cranked, so... pharmaceuticals does get unlocked, which allows us to go private health insurance as soon as we get there. As soon as we pass this, we go private health insurance. And then we really will have all the laws we want, except at some point we're going to want to come off of We're gonna do this one. Actually, now we're gonna do this. Just try and get this law through. Trade unions. It's really hard to balance the trade unions and the industrialists. I want to have them both powerful and happy at the same time, and that's generally kind of hard to do. Wait, where are the trade unions? Oh, they're in government. Sucks that we're unacceptable. But since our standard of living is so high, we're not having a problem with radicals and loyalists. If we were, we might have to rethink kind of the way we're doing things. Workers of the world, untie. Oh, wait. Now we could take that. And then let's build our first university as well. I know we're hemorrhaging money, but we're mainly hemorrhaging money because we have the stupid minus 10% event twice on the proportional taxation. If we get it again, we're gonna take it again for the memes. But look, our pop is now nearly quadrupled in the past, like, not even 20 minutes. We get proportional taxation. And now we're making money. Yeah, baby. And we're gonna go... Why can't we go private? Because the guys aren't in government that we thought were in government. Fair enough. I kind of want to do... Can we do... We want to do restricted child labor. I guess we're going to just shuffle around the government a little bit. Let's put you boyos in. Take you boyos out. Lower the taxes. Actually, yeah, let's lower the taxes. So now that we are contested, so we're more legitimate. And let's go for private health insurance. Standard of living has dropped, but look at this population. Come on. This has been... We're not even recording for 20 minutes. It's been like 10 minutes. We've quadrupled the population. Come on. Let's go, baby. We are going to continue to try and specialize more or less in the textile mills. We're going to go to the moon here with them. Let's check our infrastructure. We could support a ton more, so let's just put them in the queue and then forget about it. The coal mine is auto-producing. That's nice. We kind of want to have some of that action going on. And landowners can shove off, right? Sucks that we actually have to, well, so we care about their penalty. Oh no, wait, we don't, because we have no agriculture. We don't care at all. And they have no clout. They're completely a rel. Let's see. So we have to decide whether we like this guy. He's a moderate? Yeah. You gotta pick a hill to die on, my friend. And we get... Oh, this event. Delicious. So what was the pop at the start? 168? Oh, now we've about quadrupled it. Not before. Happy to have the Industrialists take the cloud of the other guys. We are popping off, though. Now that we... Yeah, migration is just so powerful. It's just insane. We are going to need more admin. And we might... This might be a this might be something for the petite bourgeoisie. I think we will go elected bureaucrats next. Which is a little bit better. And John something or another, the Republican himself, likes elected bureaucrats. So that'll be easy for us to go. Intelligentsia should not like it, but that's okay. Aw, we dipped under 20, but look at this pop. Look at it. Which, of course, decreases the main cost of our construction center. A huge portion of that cost is in the price of the labor. So as that comes down and we lose the event that was giving us minus 10%, I think we have another event to lose. I'm guessing that's what happened there. We'll take the 20 prestige. Trying to get recognized up in this bizzle. Now, unfortunately, we have no adjacency with Mexico anymore because the United States really clapped Mexico. So now, the only way for ourselves to fight our way out is into the United States, which is... There's probably some gamey way to do this run better, where this doesn't happen, and maybe this is even a restart, because I think that getting free of the US and then going after Mexico is probably an easier proposition, but we're gonna go for this. I still don't want to give us independence. I wonder if it's actually how possible it is to do this like this. I mean, if we get independent, we would have to join their market immediately, right? There's no way for us to do things without it. This is such a weird achievement. Oh, didn't mean to send that. I mean, they're just gonna say no, but... We're actually not gonna turn anything on yet. We do want the capacitors. I think this will be good. We don't need shift work yet, but shift work is really good. Human rights and labor movement would be okay. Actually, let's go labor movement. Is the church even powerful? Oh, they're not marginalized yet. Alright. We'll just take a malice on the enactment time. Especially because we would invoke their penalty if we hit the next level. Doing pretty good. Actually, you know what tech we could use? Steel frame buildings. I guess we'll go labor movement into Suez because this is tier 3 tech, but we want steel frame and mutual funds here in order to sort of maximize our investment pool transfer. It's important when evaluating how much money you're actually making. You have to do this number plus this number, so we're really losing money, but our investment pool is pretty chalked up, so we could probably build out of this and increase it even more. Construction, that is. The thing that matters. God, look at this, though. It's still moving up, like a straight line up. This is your economy on open borders. Just add one of those. And then it's going to be up to 64. So we can build another 3 buildings. And then we will need a railroad. Now we're losing 8K on this investment pool. So this investment pool is going to drain out. I'm hoping by the time it drains out, we can afford to run a deficit for a little while. So I've tried to time this a little well. And we are up in construction quite a bit, so we're getting turned up. This is coming on quite nicely. We might want to encourage... Which helps us get tech faster. It's pretty irrelevant for us. Eventually we'll build a military, but not for now. I think I'm pretty happy to just take the loyalists. Yeah, look at that. Oh, baby. Yeah, and we're also just barely running the bonuses on both these guys, and they're really important bonuses, so... That's coming down, but look at that. So once it's like, what does it have to get to? Once it's around 1 million, we will have about, what, 6x star pop in 20 minutes? That's a big one. That is why we made such a big mistake in the opening salvo by not passing the immigration thing. Also, just immigration is an absurd mechanic. You know, I guess time is passing pretty quick, but 6xing with pop is just so big. It's so much. Like, yeah, I mean, of course it's dragging this way down, but... we'll just take the slow away. This is kind of the only law we have left to pass. That's like really important. Man, I am tempted to add another construction center now. This is, of course, will help prop up or slow down that drop. We are going to get steel frame pretty soon, though. Oh, poor Mexico. They're about to get clapped again. I imagine they backed down. Yeah. And now it's just this. And we hit 1 million pops. I'm actually going to stream this. Or take a snippet of that. Yeah. In 20 minutes, 6x star population. Let's go, baby. So now all these buildings are way more profitable because the average wage goes down by quite a lot. That's such a low wage. What? This is a wage of 1. And this is a wage of 27. What? And 14 here? Why are you paying 1? How are you fully employing? Why don't people just go elsewhere? What? I'm so confused. I think we just sit on this extra bureaucracy. Can we get up to contested government? We can. Might be this time again, though, to run one of these. So we can get rid of this. We can restrict child labor. Now we want to do sewage. We have to clear all these tier 2 techs so that we're not running the malice when we do tier 3, but we want to do steel frame and mutual funds. Look at this, so profitable, but somehow we're paying the laborers. Oh, there we go. That makes more sense. I don't know what that was about. Police brutality. We cannot tolerate it. No. We couldn't tolerate such police behavior. No. I love that event. It just feels free. Let's shoot straight up. How much is the United States' GDP? Okay. So we're like an eighth of the economy. Or not an eighth when you include that, but we are an eighth the size of theirs, roughly. And the investment pool is drained, and we're still making money. Nice. And we restrict the child labor. Don't hate regulatory bodies. Do think we would rather keep the trade unionist on happy. Well, we're not researching their tech right now, and we won't be for a little while, so maybe now's actually even the best time to go for the bodies. Don't want to do wage subsidies because it sucks. So let's do regulatory bodies. Industrialists will be mad, but it decays. So they won't be mad for long. It's me or them. Take the reins, my friend. Take the reins. The powerful and happy trade union is so good. Workforce ratio and manufacturing industry throughput. We would love to have all three of these powerful at the same time. These three. All powerful and happy. That would be ideal. Hard to do though. Especially when you're not super focused on it. We are trying to just expand the economy so we can somehow fight the US. Wild that they were paying them an average wage of 1. Okay, we can build a lot more buildings, so we will add them in. Really trying to get the throughput bonus here up and up and up. Do you have silk in the market now? Did we fix that? No, there's no silk in the market. It's unfortunate. We are going to have to probably go, you know, once we finish that, we're probably going to have to go rubber alanine for the synthetics plants into art silk to get the silk. Which I suppose we're fine with, because that way we don't have to touch agriculture at all. Which has been very nice to not have any of that in the run. It makes the run very, very easy. I guess I don't hate having these on auto expand. I was trying to think if I think it's worth it or not. Look at this pop continuing to turn up. You know. It's just like an absurd like increase in one session that we will have gotten. I guess we can just up construction again. Right? And we'll keep it at 5 because we still want to do steel frame buildings. It is a bit of a waiting game on these boyos though. We can never take manufacturing. Oh, this is so bad. We try and just de-escalate. That's so bad for us. The throughput penalty. Unavoidable. We are not going to piss off the industrialists when they're so close to giving us a bonus. Kick rocks. Are you mad at us even? No, you're just neutral. You'll figure it out. Or actually, we wouldn't mind having the increased tech speed, tech cost, or decreased tech cost. Because those techs will be nat spreading to us, so migration attacks, awesome event for us. Look at the pop, just like, I mean, it doesn't look vertical because it's like been vertical for a while, but it's vertical, is what I'm trying to say. Quinine unlocked. We don't have any institution for that, but we can up the education at 1. Looks like we will need some more of this. Or we could decrease an institution that's not maybe that great. Somewhat long run, we want to switch on to elected bureaucrats. We were going to do that, and then we got distracted somewhere. Let's just up this. It's a fine way of dealing with it. Why don't we do this? Oh, we can't do it on oligarchy? Yeah, fair enough. We have no elections, so we can't do... Well, we can do wealth voting. This is not exactly the change we wanted to make, but I think it's the change we need for getting high legitimacy. Now, landed voting will allow us to lock in the capitalists much better. See, wealth voting, eventually the standard of living will be high enough that other people will have access. Industrialists oppose landed voting. Which is kind of funny, but this way we actually get voting, we can get a different leader. Let's do this. And then we can switch, we can stay on landed voting for a while. It's easier to stay on than wealth voting. Of course, they're not very happy with it, but it'll be fine. I think they might even have, they'll have a lot of clout under it as well, though. So... we will have to get rid of this. Let's just get rid of it now. Steel has become much less profitable. But clothes will just always be this business. The truth, as it were. Sins of the past, you're telling me. Okay, we're gonna pause. He gets corrupted by power and he gets corrupted on power. Yeah, I guess that's fine. We're fine with that. Landed voting will allow us to maintain pretty high authority, get this guy out of government, and then also, with wealth voting, there's a wealth threshold, right? With this, it's absolute. You have to be a capitalist, a clergy, or an officer. So, what that means is, okay, the military is going to be pretty powerful here, but it's going to be like the military and the capitalists are going to have a lot of it, and it's all from government clout. We do have +1 government size allowance. We have an ideology penalty, so it's going to be harder to push through anything that we want from the trade unions in terms of laws. Well, maybe we didn't need to pull off that tax. Oh well. We will go organized sports, even though it's not spreading, because then we will go steel frame and mutual funds. Hoping to build through this. We get landed voting. We get some political parties. And while we have the trade unions and government, we kind of want old age pensions. We do eventually want compulsory primary school, but we can get that just with the Intelligentsia. I think we're okay with everything. But let's take a look at our new parties. It's a party. Whoa, yikes. Let's see who wins this election, and then we will reform whatever it is, because right now there's no clout bonus from that. Huh. Urbanized Indian territory completed. Winds of change. You're telling me. We could get loyalists from standard living increase or urban center building throughput. We already have so many loyalists. Let's just do the throughput. Can't swap this because we don't have electricity. Don't really want to do electricity because it's not going to do too much for us at this point. Once we get electrical capacitors, then it will, but for now, it will not. We would be able to turn on that. And also the electric streetlights, but that's it. Yeah, take a hike. Who's winning this election right now? Liberal Party? Hell yeah, brother. Even with the super negative momentum. Hell yeah, brother. Oop. Liberal Party won. No way. No way, no way, no way. Hey, we get the squad is in town. Alternatively, we could just keep this for the hyper-righteous government. We don't get the industrialists in the government. They want to join the government, but we can put them in at any point. And this will allow us to eventually, you know, do this without their interference. And we don't get much from putting them in. We don't get anything, really. But we do have to get rid of... Ooh. Unfortunate. The guy we elected is not so good on our authority, it looks like. Or he should be really good. He's bigoted. What the hell? Is it because he's not popular? It's because he's not popular, which is giving minus 2.3 in Oppo, which is not tenable. So what we will do is we will stop encouraging upward mobility. Darn. And we gotta kill the Ripper, too. But okay. We're doing pretty good. Organized sports is coming in, then it's steel frame, then mutual funds. Did I actually do mutual funds first? Maybe? I'm not sure which is better to do first. We are going to do both those, though. Engines of progress deactivated. No. They're really, really strong. These two are the more important guys to keep happy because we are getting the 20% workforce ratio, manufacturing throughput bonus, which is huge. Society tech and migration attraction, and we're currently researching society tech. These guys do give, you know, production tech. And we do want them to be powerful, but... Cryptic letter. I think we can take that, yeah. Just barely. Doing super well, though. We've now just about 10x the population in 40 minutes. The power of migration, really. 13 billion in our economy, and they are at 78. So we're catching up. the parasite that we are. So that's 6 in queue, so that's 18 infra needs. We're in good shape. Or 20 actually on the dot because the coal mines. Let's double check all our PMs. I think we're all on best except for electric. The duo. So we have pacifist and a moderate. Yeah, they can have a go. Would like to turn this on. I don't think there's any electricity in the market. And we don't want to be the ones to put it in there, so we will just chill. Investment pool transfer is pretty big. Unrealized taxes. Oh wait, we can declare interest? Oh wait, look at all these areas we can declare interest. We actually kind of can declare. Let's declare Mexico. I mean, we still can't fight Mexico, but because we're a protectorate. If we could, that'd be great, because we could just, you know, conquer Rio Grande, and then we would still have full market access, and it would be really easy if we weren't. Sorry, we're not a protectorate, we're a vassal. If we weren't a vassal, this would be so much easier if we were just a protectorate instead, but we ain't. Look at that. 10x. Market down. We've done it. Really just waiting on the steel frame to finish, which is why I'm not expanding the construction immediately, because when we swap over, we would probably have to delete some construction. See how the rest of the world is doing. Austria's not okay. Ah, they're okay. Still got some good colonization spots in the world left, but we can't do anything about it. We've played about a third of the game days. Still going on speed 5, because, you know, not much to be done about that. I think we can go another uni, though. Let's actually expand the uni. Ripper gets caught. We got the bastard. Give me that authority to pass the laws we don't need to pass. I think maybe... So if we can't get these guys powerful and... yeah, just like, why would we put these guys in government at this point when we could just have a righteous government right now? And when we also want to have compulsory primary schools. So, if these guys don't get both powerful and where we want them, sorry, powerful and happy enough to be giving us like this 20% production cost bonus, I think we just keep in the society tech for at least a little bit and go human rights. Because we kind of want human rights anyways for compulsory schools. Oh, petite bourgeoisie and other guys are spazzing. And armed forces. Nice to have all these bonuses. Industrialists are giving us the other one now, which is quite good. We wish they were at 20% clout. We could... So we could turn off... Alright, we will not give him the popularity because... and it's kind of close, but he's really... Oh, we deactivated this. Never mind, we should have done that. We wanted to get this guy a little weaker to try and get the industrialists to be powerful, to get them above 20% clout. But really what we need is we need to start, like, suppressing, like, the petite bourgeoisie or something, or the evangelical church. Like, actually suppress them. So we would need to free up authority to be able to do that. And we are currently using all of our authority on the greener grass and road maintenance, and I think that this is more worth it. Oh no, we can't tolerate that. Oh, actually, but we can't afford to raise it back up. Memes, okay. Build quite a few more buildings. Anxious to try and get this up to the max bonus. We're gonna get synthetics relatively soon. And once that happens, yuck. I wish these guys were trending more. We're trending up instead of down. One of the reasons we landed is to try and keep them powerful. Because there are no clergymen. There should be no aristocrats, and it's just officers, and there really shouldn't be any officers because we have no military. It should be just them getting a ton of clout from that, and then them all getting clout from wealth. Oh, I can't wait to turn on steel frame buildings. We're making so much money. It's going to crank up our construction quite a bit. It's going to feel good. Standard living, like, it reaches an equilibrium, right, where we can't attract migrants as fast, but or can we? We are hauling still the migration attraction. Let's take a look. Still have high attraction. We got standard living multiplied by discouraged subsistence farming, greener grass, and intelligentsia. We are neither over or under what was it, populated though at this point. So no longer getting the underpopulated bonus. But migration, 82,000. Projected annual migrations, like 5% pop growth is huge. Questionable practices, don't question them. Can we take that bureaucracy hit? I think we can just eat that for now. How long is this for? 5 years? Okay, we'll just eat it. Maybe make another at the back of the queue. I'm doing fine with that. Have 0 farms, so it doesn't matter. We are specialized, yo. Definitely happy we won steel frame first, because we would have otherwise been built up some and then had to delete some for the construction. I guess that's not too big a deal. Just like, it feels worse than it ought to. It's kind of how I think of it. We can build 5 more. We have 3 in the queue, so we can put 2 more in the queue, and then we need a rail. Trying to get this one to 51. And we can take a closer look at what the U.S. is doing in terms of trade, but I imagine they're exporting a bunch of clothes at this point. Not exporting any luxury clothes, but not even a bunch of clothes. They're just exporting a little bit. Okay, I see you. Let's swap this over. Steel frame. Go mutual funds. Which will help get the industrialists back on track. We'll have way more capitalists. Oh, this is so perfect though, because look at how righteous the government is. Perfect. Our construction is absolutely turned up now. We have the railroad in there, so we can just put kind of whatever. I don't want to overexpand this, but I'm pretty sure they will export to make it work. Poor tooling workshops aren't very profitable. But the target number is 51, and the closer you get to 51, the more important it becomes to just keep expanding it, because it has increasing marginal returns up until the 51st building. So, yeah. Little engines that could. Please be more powerful, industrialists. We really just want those 3 powerful. We're not greedy. We just want the 3 best interest groups to have powerful, be powerful, and happy with this. It's really not too much to ask. Please and thank you. We do have 500,000 loyalists and only 2K. you know, radicals. Look at that. We started the game with so few people. Such a high standard of living, though. That's come down. Kindly burn this letter. Kindly take a walk. So we could get Andrew McIntosh more disliked. I think we'll just take momentum from this party. I think we kind of... Once we finish this next tech, anticipating keeping these guys above 18% clout might be where our challenge is, and so it's kind of where we're at. And then we do want to go human rights, so we can go, so the liberals win. So it doesn't change our authority. Let's see what else we got. Bigoted. Alright. We can reform for free. Guy no longer wants to join the Liberal Party. That's fine with us. Would have liked to elected bureaucrats, but not an easy way to swap now. Like there was before. And now the throughput bonus is starting to get even bigger, so for each one of these buildings it produces 67% more goods than it otherwise would. We'd really love to turn this on, but there's no silk in our market and there's no way for us to put silk into the market, so it's a bit unfortunate. We have an interest in Mexico. We can't start a war in Mexico though because we are puppet. So our declared interest is pretty useless, unfortunately. It's so nice sitting on a super righteous government though, which is why we're just like, why we have less than 1,000 radicals and 500,000 loyalists. Ooh, we really would like to get the trade unionists extra happy. Which we can once we have human rights. Socialism? Does this give us... No, it doesn't give us anything we really would want to pass immediately in terms of laws. We're at 20 mils, so this is for our GDP, so it's pretty easy to calculate. We are now a little under 1/4. Sorry. I'm thinking between a fourth and a fifth. We're a little under 4.5x to being the size of the United States economy. Can I do this? Then the railroad, and we're going to 51 now, I think. I'm gonna need a railroad somewhere in there, but we are now so close to 51. We are gonna take the risk of specializing in order to really min-max the bonus. Also turn off auto-expanding. Once we get it to 51, we want to get the other ones up to 51. Just because of how the math works. Radicals are climbing up. Why is this? Decreases in standard of living being fired? Okay, fair enough. Can always... We have so much... We're making so much money now. Let's do this. Are we really just doubling the amount of construction? We are just doubling our construction centers. This is going to be a wild ride. I'll put one of those in there. And that's the 51, baby. This is how we do it. Wow, we're Making this much money? That's nuts. Opium? Yeah. We're not solving that. That's an America problem, not a... I mean, that is an America problem, but that's not a... Well, it is a native territory, Indian territory problem, too. But I mean, we're not using any PMs that use that. We do have enough of this to add a consumption tax, or to add our edict back in for encouraging mobility. I think we'll do the decree to encourage social mobility. I want to increase the education access because we only have the one state, so this way we get techs faster is the idea. Probably increase the unis a little bit. Ships of the air. I know I have another railroad in here somewhere. I'm just going to kick it to the top just to make sure that we're not, like, running a weird deficit, hopefully. Look at this, 70%? It's going to 90 before we finish this episode. This is how we do it. We get the socialism. Good for us, I guess. Just making a hand over fist over here. We will have, like, by the end of this episode, we will have, like, nearly 15x our population in the span of 1 hour. Because we delayed turning on that PM. That's so bad on our part, though. Take a look at the infrastructure, try and make sure we're calculating it right. So 13 you can build, plus this rail. Well, I guess we gotta wait for this rail to finish, because I don't know exactly how much they give us. Especially with the, I just gotta employ, but we are also running encouraging roads or whatever. The one territory, the one state life here, forever, surrounded by our enemy. This is what it's like to be a Native American. Alright, so we can support 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we will need to add another rail just above the last thing in the queue. So we will do that, and we will swap over all the PMs here. Oh, we gotta click. We'll just add this to the front of the queue, that'll be fine. And then we will go... You're happy with us, but you're not powerful. You're still powerful. And I think we're kind of okay going human rights. Like, it's like reasonably close in terms of what we want, but human rights is fine. And we will swap over all the PMs to increase the number of capitalists, which will make them more powerful and increase the investment pool transfer. Right now it's 43k. We'll see where it gets to. Can't do electric streetlights. Can do covered markets though. They're not profitable, but let's just go for it because we'll want to swap to it eventually. It's faster to just swap now. After that adjusts and people employ, we'll see what the investment pool transfer looks like. It makes the building overall less profitable, but more capitalists in the building. Bigger investment pool transfer, stonks. We've gone from 43 to 53, and you know, it's still adjusting. Of course, we have buildings finishing at the same time. It's like not an exact science, I guess. You can never exclude all the variables. For example, when a building finishes here, the building gets less profitable by a lot, and it will make it so there's less investment pool transfer because it has to hire up new people. But overall, it makes it so that you make more. So now we have to be able to support 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5-ish. And we have like basically that. Okay. We taking this guy to 51 next? No way. I think we do... I mean, tools are really not profitable, otherwise I'd want to do tools. Maybe that's fine. Gonna need another rail to support all that. We're just gonna put it at the front, so we don't have to worry about it. Look at that GDP. Standard of living's starting to come back up. Yeah. I wonder if there's any oil where we are at. I don't really know if there's oil in Oklahoma, like historically speaking. Wow, we're making so much money. Look at the investment pool transfer now. Look at that. Oh, and there's even plus another 3K on top. This is the power. Also the power of, this is way more productive as well because we got to 51 to hit the 70% throughput bumps. I thought it was 90. It's encouraging manufacturing. I guess it's, no, wait. Oh, no. Oh, we're bad. We're bad and we should feel bad. I'm not so bright. Don't have shift work. For the plus 20 economies of scale building level cap. Big sag. Big mistake. Yeah. That is going to be where it's at. And we're making a ton of money right now because we don't have the construction queue filled. We'll just add another rail. We'll need it eventually. And then add like 5 here or something. These are crazy profitable though, so the United States must be shipping out now. Yeah, look at this. They now have a level 100 route with France. So okay, they're making a ton of money off of this for the tariffs or whatever, but that is what's keeping the demand up for our industries to be able to do that. Anyways, I'm gonna end the episode here. This episode, we remembered to turn on no migration controls in our migration-centered strategy, which is really great, and we 15x the population, you know, in an hour. So, because we turned it around 5 minutes in, it's now like an hour and 5 minutes, something like this. So this is the we're taking off. Economy is getting really big. It's now 36 million. Look at that line straight up. You know, we've nearly doubled in the amount of time it's taken the America to go from 91 to 95. If America has a civil war, though, we get, like, bricked in a weird way that's, like, not very solvable for us, but we'll worry about that. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it. But for now, hope you enjoyed this one. We are getting close to a third of their economy. We're over a third of their economy, and so maybe sometime soon we might try and build up the military or something. We'll try and figure that out. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. It does help out the channel. And have a good one. Also, if you've been sitting a while, maybe take a walk. And I mean that in a non-derogatory way. I mean, walking's good for your health. If you've been sitting an extended period of time, it's not good for your health, this sort of thing. Anyways, bye.